Hello, Providence students. I'm going to give another analysis lesson, and this time I'm going to talk about something called a drone. A drone is a chord or even a note used to harmonize a melody. Alright? I could play a simple Scottish march for you. This is a Scottish march, monophonic, because it's just a melody. Right? And I played in a little bagpipe version, so you can hear what a Scottish march. Now that's just a melody alone. Now I could use a drone, which is a note or chord, just to harmonize it. One chord or one note to harmonize the entire tune, and it will sound something like this. Now, it sounds interesting, yes, but notice it doesn't have much of a rhythm in terms of the accompaniment. Later on, what happened is that they started to give the drone a little beat. And so you could get more of the feel of the march and the beat in this rhythm. So they will do something like this. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, right? And that 1-2 rhythm is a march rhythm, and you only hear it as the main 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the drone became something called known as a pedal point. Pedal point is when you give the one chord you're using to accompany a little beat, and that is started called a pedal point. In modern ways now, alright, I think you know this song. I used to do it as a piano lesson before. And you hear we call that pedal point. So it's a drone with a rhythm, basically. And as I say, it could be a chord like this, or it could be just one note. For example, I love this song. This is a what do you call it? Another Chopin tune, a prelude in D flat. Notice he called it prelude in D flat because he's moving from major and to minor at the same time. So the tune has both major parts and minor parts. I want you to guess if that tune was major or minor. By the way, the first one, was that major or minor? If you guess that it was major, well, that's right. And then the other song, that one is major or minor. If you guess minor, well, that's mine. Of course, the first one, the what do you call it? Right? That Scottish march was in major, and they say something is in minor, and in both in relative keys. This is D major, B minor, which is relative minor. Right? And it has minor chords that is, what do you call it, harmonizing it. And notice it has a bass line. Even though it has a drone, it has a bass line that is changing the chord. So even though it's doing this, it has a bass line. And that's a B minor chord rather than the D major chord. And that's a D major chord, and the other one is a B minor chord. Now this one, prelude in D flat. Tell me whether this is major or minor. Major or minor? Can you hear the pedal point? Right? So you can hear the pedal point. Right? And it's a single note. It's not an entire chord, and you hear and changes the chords. And if you guess that starts in major, you were right. And notice the texture of this is monophonic because you're hearing a single line of melody. Right? It's a nice melody in D flat major. It's a major melody, and then you hear accompaniment. And you hear another name for this tune is the raindrop prelude, and you're hearing this what they call the pedal point sounding like a raindrop. Alright, it has some other features in it. Even though it's a monophonic, you could hear this. You hear that? What do you call that? It begins with D. It's called a decoration or ornament. And you hear it's a very elaborate one. Right? And that's a thing that pretties up the melody, decorates the melody. There's another part of the tune. guess what key is that? Is that a major key or a minor key? If you said minor key, you'll be right. And the tune is no longer in the right hand, it's now in the bass. Right? So the tune is now in the bass. It sometimes goes back to the right hand, but is it monophonic or homophonic? Let's say it again. That's the melody. And the melody now is now homophonic, no longer monophonic. And you could still hear the pedal point. And that's where you hear the melody in the left or in the bass, and it's full of harmony. It's a homophonic melody, right? So it's a melody, but it has more than one note playing the melody. All right. So that's the difference in homophonic, and the accompaniment is. You could hear the pedal point. Alright, I will give you some more examples of this in Edmodo class, so that you could recognize these different things. I hope that was helpful. Thank you very much.